believe me, just watch.
All right, we're still talking Super Bowl commercials this morning on a Tuesday after this big game. But this is Paul Droege, the founder of Veeyah. And you guys have this very clever idea with your little device here. I'm going to pull this out. I love this. Sure. So this will turn any outlet that you have in your house anywhere into a solar-powered outlet, which is wonderful. So you just plug this in, and it like registers solar credits?
Yeah, the idea is that it communicates with a smartphone app, and from there up to the cloud, and then we actually send credits from solar that's being put into the grid right to this, and you consume the credits along with the power.
So the juice I'm getting out of this isn't actually coming from a solar panel somewhere, but there is solar electricity somewhere being created.
Right. What you're doing is you're causing more solar to go into the grid. You're choosing solar.
Right.
Okay, and creating demand for solar.
So how did you guys come up with this? And you guys are an Albuquerque company.
Yeah.
How did this end up coming to be?
Actually, this was a derivative product that came from a bigger concept that we had, and we just we came up with this concept after spending a lot of time around the solar industry, and we realized that there needed to be more demand for solar, and so what we did was we started playing with different ideas of how we could do that and make it. We wanted to make it really accessible for everyone, so that anyone could choose solar. And
so if we wanted to, we could have this whole studio set up in solar.
Yeah. And so then what we did, once we kind of came up with the concept, then we thought, well, how do we make this visible, tangible, approachable? Because it's a confusing market. It's a confusing kind of technology.
Well, I've always thought if I wanted solar, and I would love to do this someday, to get the panels and put them on my house, it would be great, and then just generate electricity from the sun, put it right back into the grid.
Yeah.
But I live in a condo building.
Sure.
I don't have a roof where I can put these solar panels on, but I would love to still get solar. And this is a way for people like me to be able to do that, right?
Exactly. And that's part of what we saw, is that a lot of people don't own their roof. Maybe they don't even have a power bill, like students. Right. And then you've got people that just don't have the resources to do that, or they don't have the time. There's a lot of research.
It's not cheap.
Right. And so if you don't have the cash, you have to at least have the credit rating.
So how much is one of these little boxes?
This is about $50 for the box itself, and then.
And that would power my laptop for a year?
Yeah, and you can run. What we do is we sell it with initially a year's worth of solar, and then if you want to get additional solar after that, it's small
Just
cost.
Go on your phone and hit the button and go?
And actually there's several different ways you can get it. We've got it set up so you can get some free solar, or if you want to pay a little bit, you can get unlimited solar for another year.
That's pretty cool. That's very cool. And this is an idea that you guys are not just doing here, but you're also doing in Santa Fe. I think this is awesome.
Yeah.
So in Santa Fe, is it the Hotel Santa Fe?
Yeah, Hotel Santa Fe, and not quite this idea, but it's built on the same concept.
It's a larger box, essentially.
Yeah, what we've done is we've taken the same basic concept and done it with a hotel.
That's very cool.
And so they're powering their rooms with solar using the same basic concept.
So when I go to Hotel Santa Fe, I click on the TV, it's solar powered.
Everything in your room.
That's very cool. That's very cool. See, and then you took this idea on the road. Oh, here we go. There's a picture of the bedspread with your little tag on it that says that room is solar powered in Santa Fe. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you took this idea on the road. I love this.
We did.
You went to the CES.
Yes.
Which is the CES is the largest consumer electronics show in the world. It's Las Vegas, Nevada. It is huge. It is. Here's some photos of you guys there. It is nuts. Something like 250,000 exhibitors, not just participants.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't make it all the way through the show.
No, you can't. It's like 7 hotels, right?
Yeah, it just goes on and on. Basically, you run out of time and stamina before you run out of show.
And it's all the big guys. It's everybody from Intel to Samsung and Sony, but then it's a lot of smaller companies like you guys, like Veeyah, that are going to just see what you can do out there. And you guys stumbled on something really cool. I love this.
We did. Yeah, so it turns out they had an open call for Shark Tank. And so we decided to audition for it.
And for those that don't know, Shark Tank is it's like the TV show version or the business version of American Idol. And you go on and you pitch your company rather than sing a song. And I think this is really great because I imagine there were a bunch of nerdy computer guys with their computery gadgets and whatever else.
Yeah.
And there are probably some auditions that were just as bad as the American Idol bad auditions, I'm sure. Was it like that?
Well, there were. I mean, there were probably maybe a little bit more diverse in that sense, because you could definitely have the nerdy types with their gadgets and so forth, and then you also had some people that with cute kids or something like that, where they wanted to
like people who
they're
really
showing up clothing
prepared.
or something like that. Some that were very prepared, some that were ready to go on the show that day. Like,
did you see any winners? Was there some that you were like, wow, these guys are going to be on, other than yourselves?
Yeah, we saw. Actually, there was one that I saw. I'd seen a video online about this thing where you put this big kind of beach ball type thing around you, and the kids play soccer in it, and they go rolling over and everything, because it's just this. They're like inside this beach ball.
So you're kind of protected. And
yeah,
safe.
yeah, you're protected. So they're slamming into each other and knocking each other over. It's really hysterical to watch the video. But I saw those people there with their demo, which was pretty cool.
That's cool. Were any of the stars from the? No.
Well, actually, that's not exactly true. Damon John was at the show. Mm-hmm. He wasn't at the auditions. And they don't want anybody auditioning to actually connect with the Sharks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He was at the show. We also saw Shaq was at the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's hard to miss.
He is.
That's cool. But you also took some meetings, so you got a chance to kind of pitch your company.
We talked to a lot of people, potential vendors, potential partners.
Were you looking
customers.
for investment out there? Were you looking for mainly distribution partners? I mean, what do you go to a conference like that looking for as an entrepreneur?
So lots of different things. In fact, that was one of the hard questions to answer. When we went last year, we found that it was super valuable, and so we just decided, let's go again. We were looking to see what we could find in terms of manufacturing partners, distribution partners, retail outlets, and we made a lot of good connections along that line. And then, of course, open for investment. Well, we didn't actually have anything specific in mind. That way, we're looking just to see what we can find and who we can meet and that sort of thing.
No doubt. So being an entrepreneur is not easy. This is not an easy thing to launch a company, let alone something that has big ambitions like Veeyah. So how did you come to do this yourself? I mean, how did you decide, I have this company and I want to launch this thing?
So
this takes millions of investment, I'm imagining.
Well, it's taken a lot of money, no doubt, and a lot of time.
Right.
But basically, I'd been in the energy business all my career.
Mm-hmm. Solar, wind,
just electricity, power in general.
Yeah.
I have an electrical sales company that I've had for a couple of decades. And so we were doing a lot of business with the solar industry. We started to connect with them and see a lot of the challenges that they had and the limitations. And really the epiphany for me was, I was at a solar conference, and the speaker said, how many of you have solar? And in this room with thousands of people.
At a solar conference?
Yeah, at a solar conference. So these are the true believers. A couple dozen hands went up.
Out of 200 people?
Oh, no, thousands.
Out of thousands, wow.
Yeah, and so we were just like blown away, and decided that something needed to change if it was going to be available to everybody.
Yeah.
And that was really the seeds of this. That was the motivation that drove it.
Yeah.
And then we just started trying on different ideas and just.
How did you land on this one?
Well, this was one of the guys on my team who had run into at a startup weekend had said, you got to make it tangible. You got to make it tangible. I was like, oh yeah, of course. And so then it was very straightforward at that point to actually do that.
Yeah.
But it it was just sort of that realization that we had to make it easy and tangible. And this is so simple.
It looks like an outlet. It's not foreign. Yeah.
There's just, you don't even really need an instruction book.
Right.
And so that was the point, is to make it so that anybody could do it, anybody could afford it.
So can we buy this? Can I go to Walgreens and buy this?
Just not Walgreens yet. That'd be awesome. But Right now, we've got it available online on our website, and you know, we've just gotten a small shipment in. We got more on the way.
Excellent.
And so it is available today. And
is that
then
Plug.Solar.com?
Well, actually, it's Plug.Solar.
Plug.Solar.
Yeah.
Excellent.
www.plug.solar.
About $50 for this.
Yeah.
And that's a year of solar in my house, and I don't have to put solar panels on the roof.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to be back in just a couple of minutes with more of My Morning Brew and Friends.